Hello and welcome, Xbox Banger fans, to Wednesday night, not Thursday night this time, to the best of the best Banger meeting on Xbox. Sean, you're with us again in your nice new Super Venom pace car.
Oh, Screw's already picking on it in the practice.
Oh, I've missed the gap in the fence. I thought for a second there they'd blocked off the fence. Right, we're in. Panicked. It's my fault.
Yeah, we've got a new pace car for tonight's meeting, and which will be good.
Yeah, hopefully.
Fantastic list of drivers as well.
Hopefully you'll be able to get out of the way of the action in it this time. Have you managed to recover since the last time? Is everything all right?
Well, I have had a bit of a sore back, if I may add. You know, it has been a bit sore.
Yeah. I noticed that car's now up for sale in the programme as well. Is there anything worth buying that car for? Is there anything straight on it?
Well, I believe the chassis was straight, but I don't know who. He mustn't have had any glasses on when he wrote that in the ad.
Well, it will have been one of our junior members of the team, to be fair. But yeah, it's nice of them to get that advert out there. So 14 drivers here tonight. Well, there will be when they all turn up.
We're waiting on two drivers, two late arrivals. So hopefully they will turn up shortly.
Okay. Do you want to start going through the list, or would you like me to crack on?
Well, we're out for a minute, I think. We're looking at, we've got going around, there's a good list of cars as well, with a nice mix. I think the guys have understood the meeting and bringing some nice tin out. Nice to see a few different cars on the grid than you would normally see. A couple going for the common cars, but not as many as we have seen in past Best of the Best. Obviously, we're back at Big Valley Inner Oval, definitely the favourite track, and obviously nice and local to Tesco as well, which is handy as well.
Yeah, so, that's right, and the lockdown is beginning to ease slightly. You can see some crowds in the stand there. There's obviously spaces next to them. That is where we put down, as people can't sit next to each other, obviously, to keep that gap. But yeah, looks like a nice turnout. Everyone evenly spaced out in the middle of the oval there as well. I'd like to speak to the organisers about the fence on the inside there. It doesn't look overly safe, if I'm being honest, but we've not had any accidents yet.
Was that a pun there, overly? Was that a pun intended?
Oh, no, there was no puns, no. No, it actually helped us out the other night. One of our drivers ended up on the infield and immediately reset. So
you didn't take a spectator out in the meantime, did you?
No, well, it's the state-of-the-art safety measures they've got installed on this track, where if you do go over that fence immediately, you'll get bounced back onto the track, and off you go.
All right, it's almost like a bouncy castle, is it?
Something like that, yeah.
All right, yeah. That's all right then. It's amazing what you can do these days, isn't it?
It is, mate, it is. Right, well, I feel we got that off to a good start.
Yeah, definitely.
Should we go through? Should we go through these drivers?
I think so.
So, numbers-wise, top of my list, and the only driver currently to have done every Best of the Best meeting. Any clues as to who it is yet?
Staples.
It is Staples, yeah. Qualifying via Cage Promotions. Cage ran a 2-day event where the highest point scorer over the 2 days got through, so possibly one of the hardest routes to qualify. Are you surprised to see Staple qualify for that on that format?
I'm not, to be honest. I mean, he's one of the more distant drivers out there. I mean, I think when it comes to championship races, you don't see him up there as much, but throughout a meeting, he's normally there in the points. When it comes to championship races, I think he's too much of a target a lot of the time. And I don't think he's a pick for tonight. He's massively quick, but I think too much of a target on his back. And he'll probably tell you himself, hated. Hated, but he's rated. There's no doubt about that.
No, yeah.
There's no one else that's managed to get in here 3 times. But like I said before, he's been in here 3 times and he's not won it yet. So this might be he's done it twice before, not won, and this might be the 3rd time's the charm. We'll see.
Yeah. I'd like to see him win it, but at the same time, he's won a lot of other things. So it'd be nice if someone else won it.
Yeah.
Archie Ray, next on my list. The original Nutters seed. Original Nutters were the Calendar Cup champions for May. And they seeded one of their blockers, Archie Ray. I say one of their blockers. Am I being unfair to him there? Is he a rodder or is he a blocker?
I'm not 100% sure on that. I mean, when we race team meetings, he's probably one of more of their blockers, but they are quite a roddy team. I mean, obviously, we do have another member of their team there, we will get to in a bit.
Yeah.
But I think, with having 2 of them in here, I think what are they, you're going to want to try and work together, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how those 2 get on.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a nice dynamic. There is two in from a different team as well, so it'll be interesting to see whether them 2 teams collide at some point.
Yeah.
But we'll get to them. I know Archie is quick, but I normally see him as a blocker, so I'm not expecting him to win anything tonight. But he is in a dominator at the moment, so possibly not the car you'd use if you are going blocking.
Definitely not.
So next on my list, one of the biggest names, and ironically the shortest names on the list, Al 66. Do you know anything about Al?
I do, yeah. The elder statesman of the Xbox community. Now, a lot of people probably don't know about Al or have heard of Al. He's been around a long, long time. As long as I can remember, and probably as long as you can remember in the community.
Yeah, 2008, 2009, something like that.
Yeah, back in the old days of Oval Chat, if anyone listening remembers that. So he runs Trackstar Promotions, and he's seeded through that. And it's great to see Al on board. You don't see him often at other leagues, but he's definitely one of the drivers that I think could be an underdog, because a lot of the guys in it haven't raced with him, so they won't know how to take him.
Yeah, I mean, the bookies had him at 10 to 1. And I'd be very tempted at 10 to 1 to chuck a high wage down both ways, because I think he's guaranteed almost to finish on the podium, because like Perkster, he just keeps going and he will be there or thereabouts. I wouldn't expect him to win it, but we'll see. We'll see.
In the right circumstances, there's no reason why that might not happen. So
well, this is it. This is it. Now on to a driver that I know very well, number 76 Snapper. He was at the first Best of the Best meeting. He got in as an entertainer, and he has again got in as an entertainer. I think he was second on the entertainers vote, which gave him a spot. What can we say about Snapper?
Well, he's got in through entertaining again, and he's not classed as a rodder, and he's not a rodder, and he's obviously in your team, which is Fat Boys, and he's probably one of your more prominent wreckers.
Definitely.
And he's like that in the meetings as well. And we expect him to probably put on a bit of a show. One of the few times in the first Best of the Best we've seen him, he spent the whole night on Oppo.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first Best of the Best, he spent the night on turns 3 and 4 clearing out the rodders. Best of the Best round 2, he spent the night on turns 3 and 4 clearing out the burger van. and I kind of expect him to be on 3 and 4 again tonight, but there have been a few rumours that he might be trying a different tactic tonight. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see how he goes.
In practice, he has got a different piece of machinery, so I'm interested to see how I get on in that. It's probably not the wrecking tool, so we'll see how he gets on there.
Yeah, definitely. Now, a driver I know very little, pretty much nothing about, if I'm being honest. 123 Snazzy Lee.
And you and me both. I've not raced against him myself. I do know him as he is the man who runs Northern Bangers.
Yeah, am I right in thinking it's Drew?
It is Drew Wilson, yes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
he's the main man, and he was, to be honest, he was just, as the message I got out of him, he was surprised enough that he'd won it.
Right,
to be honest.
Fair enough.
So I think, from what I've heard off my teammates, he's quick enough, consistent. I think probably not the most, probably a bit of a surprising driver to get through. But in a meeting like tonight, we may see him being another surprise. I've not raced against him, and I suspect a few of the guys in here haven't. So it's great to see someone new and someone we don't know, and hopefully we'll learn more about him as the night goes on.
Definitely, it's definitely a driver I'm going to be keeping an eye out on. That's for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, and he won the Northern Bangers English Championship, so he can't be all bad.
Well, he can't be slow. No, that's for sure.
No, he can't be sleazy. So that's that's for sure.
So moving on. Next on my list is 141 Ghosty. I'm going through increasing the numbers if you're not sort of taking note of that. Ghosty qualified from, is that SBL Promotions? Do we know who runs that?
It's I don't know who he is. Apparently he's a good-looking fella, to be honest.
Is he? Right, yeah.
But yeah, he won that on Tuesday night, so last night, and a flag-to-flag finish round in a row. So there's no surprise to see that we may see him up near the front tonight. He's quick enough. He started off pole and just kept going. And if I remember, if serves rightly, was he in number one?
He was in number one, yeah, and he went into number one. Many touted him as the favourite.
Yeah.
And I think that didn't help him. I think a lot of people took him out because he was the favourite. People tend to target who they deem to be the favourite. And then he took a bit of a sabbatical from Xbox, didn't he? He went to PC for a month. And he's returned, and he seems to be back into it now, and just as fast as ever. Although, he's still as fast as he was. But I think there's a lot of drivers now who are on similar pace to him, whereas when he was racing back in the start of May, it was just him that was out there for my money. But now you've got a few of the other drivers who are matching him for pace, possibly even beating him for pace.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, definitely. He's one of the quicker guys out there, but whether he has got it tonight, probably got a few enemies tonight in here as well. Definitely know there is a rivalry going on with him and Staples, so we'll be interested to see how we get on with that throughout the night.
Yeah. It's. I mean, a lot of these drivers he's out with tonight are past teammates, and that can work both ways. Sometimes past teammates will help you, sometimes they won't.
No. So we will see.
So we mentioned two teams, and the next driver, 157 Gru, is one of the two drivers in the opposite team to Original Nutters. It's the TGU team. Gru qualified through the VBRL Warnerton World Cup, ran last Wednesday. And it's his second time at the best of the best.
Yes, it is, yeah. And TGU have set the light on fire. They've been really a fantastic team with a fantastic set of drivers. The rest of the couple of the drivers have been really close to getting in, and Gru was one of the guys that managed to get through. And there's no surprise really to see him here for the second time. Really, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite surprised at him last Best of the Best because he's one of the drivers I think who is always up for the big race. He always goes for the big race. Normal races, he's not that bothered. He'll just take anyone in. But when it comes to the big races, he goes for it. But he spent most of last meeting taking out some of the other drivers, possibly to help his teammate last time, which was Jay Camp, but possibly not. Possibly he was just taking drivers out. Either way, I didn't feel like he was going for the win last time.
Yeah, I agree.
So it'll be interesting to see what he does tonight. And on the mention of TGU team members, the next one on my list, 213 Boffy, is the other member of TGU.
Yeah.
And he qualified on Monday, didn't he?
He did, through the Battle Royal, which was a fantastic meeting that we put on, and was contested all the way through. It was an interesting night, really, because it was a night where we had 15 really fast drivers that just hadn't made it through yet. And it was after each race you got eliminated, and there was some surprises to go out of that, you know. And you're thinking he's a favourite here, and the other guys seen that they're the favourite and got rid of them early on. So you know,
yeah, I was talking to a couple of lads. Talking to a couple of lads that raced in that, and they said they were really unsure on what tactics to use for it, whether to try and take someone out, because I mean, if you try and take someone out and get it wrong, then you're going to be out, and it was
very difficult. Yeah, I mean, Boffy, I think it was down to Magic Gambler and Boffy in the final two, and I think Magic Gambler thought it was going to be a race, and Boffy had other ideas and spun him round on the first lap, and that was it. Just drove off. I don't think dirty, but it was definitely the right decision, I think, because it secured his place. He didn't have to worry about it the rest of the meeting, the rest of the few laps. So great to see him in here.
Yeah, and great to see a new format run for it as well. It's different, and I think some of the drivers really enjoyed it, and some of them weren't so keen. But you're going to get that in any format.
Yeah, I think the main thing is no one wanted to be the first one out, and that was the key, I think.
No, I think that's often the case. That's pretty much the way I go into most meetings. To be fair, if I'm not last, then I'm happy. Yeah, and every place after that is a bonus. So,
yeah, that's true.
Talking of similar formats. The next driver, 257 Steve Sipka, once again took the last chance hurrah to qualify for this meeting.
Yep.
And he's the only driver on today's grid that has a heat win to his name for the Best of the Best series.
Yes, so that's surprising, really. There are a few drivers here that have been in here before, and no other heat winners.
No other heat winners, no. I think last meeting Steve spent the majority of it going for it.
Yeah.
And I think he was up there with a chance of winning every race he was in. But he didn't win the final. I think in the final he was sort of with the main pack late on. I think the drivers are lining up here to try and get a bit of a look at the cars. I don't know what's going on here. The memo hasn't quite reached all of them. We will have a look through them. But yeah, I think some of them are trying to do something. And
I think Drew's got a magnet on the front of his. He keeps going after me base car.
Snapper thinks Christmas has come all at once. He's off. He's leading this by an absolute country mile.
Yeah. So he won the last chance and he had a really good night last night as well. He won a championship over at Caged. Oh my god, I've just been absolutely caged, which is a good time in that.
Snapper's now finally trying to line up, I think, and other people are hitting him. Oh no, maybe not.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, what I was going to say about Steve before it all kicked off is that he was up there in the final, and then as soon as he got taken out, he went blocking. And I think that's the type of driver he is. He's not afraid to get stuck in if it requires him getting stuck in.
No, definitely not. He just about only beat the Union Bears. The Union Bears last night were in dominant force in the last chance and had it all down to a T. So just looking at the drivers on the inside there, as you can see, I think they're losing their patience now.
Yeah, we're slowly going through them. We did catch Snapper going through the side of a few of them. Like, it's a nice lineup to be fair by the majority of the drivers. That's yeah. Very nice to see from them all.
We carry on with the list if you want.
Yeah, so next on my list is 499 Rob Woolhouse.
Yep.
Somebody I've known about for years and years, but not really seen on the Xbox much. He raced in a team event with me actually a couple of weeks ago, and he raced in a different lobby to me, to be fair. So I didn't learn much about him that night. But he's in a road cutter tonight, so I'm guessing he's going for the rod.
Yeah, I mean, he got through on Monday night in the Wreckfest console banger community, which is run by Violent Satsuma.
Yes.
And it was a hard night from what I hear. It was two lobbies on Monday night, and they qualified through. And Rob was the lucky driver who managed to make it through. I mean, I've always seen him as a wrecking driver, so apparently he's very quick. So with winning that, he must be. So we'll see.
I don't think he's a slow driver. I think that's something we can say for certain. He's not. I mean, he's
in a road cutter tonight, I believe.
He is, and a lovely turquoise colour. Is that Bad News colours? I believe that is Bad News colours.
I believe it is. Yeah, I believe I have seen him in Bad News before. I think back in the days of Dirt Showdown, believe it or not.
Oh wow, that is years ago. Yeah.
There he is doing some donuts there for the fans. It's, all two of them.
Great, great. Clutch mice are gone.
yeah. Right. So
right, next on my list. Yeah, 662 Perkster, our defending champion for tonight.
Yeah.
Has he gone for his Volvo again?
He hasn't. He's in a Chevy El Camino in what is team toilet colours, which is fantastic to see him in those colours. Fantastically turned out machine. No one else is bringing one out. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets in that tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Volvo was probably too well used after the DDs of last week.
Last
month.
I mean, I don't think he's one of these drivers who likes to drive his car back onto the trailer, is he? I think he likes to finish his car off and build a new one for the next meeting. I'm expecting much the same from Perkster tonight. I'm expecting him to be in top 4 all day, and then make a late charge for the win.
I think so. Yeah, he's one of them drivers. I think he's definitely got it in him, and I think with him being in that car as well, a lot of people will probably rule him out, like a lot did last time. So it'd be good to see him get it again. I think, and obviously he's a Trackstar regular, so that's two guys from Trackstar. So,
yeah, well that's it. So will we see them work together? I won't think it, but you never know.
No.
The next of our team drivers in, Jay Taylor. He's qualified through WTC Wreckfest Team Championships. He's the 2 litre world champion over there. He joins Archie Ray of the original Nutters on tonight's grid. Really quick driver, Jay Taylor. Second time he's represented somebody at one of these. Because he did the first one.
Yeah.
And is that Road Slayer he's in?
It is a Road Slayer, yeah. It's a quick car that, and I believe Snapper was in one as well, which is currently a cube in the wall.
Yeah, we did have a look at that. That's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, he may need another car for the races shortly. But Jay Taylor has been setting the meetings on fire recently. He's one of the quicker guys out there. I mean, he's, as we were on about earlier, he had like Ghost, he was really quick, a month or two ago. Jay Taylor's now one of the guys that is now right up, knocking on his door now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him near about, or probably setting fast lap times as well. So,
he'll be up there. He'll definitely be up there.
Definitely. I mean, we may see some interesting tactics. You've got the 2 original Nutters. We see, Archie possibly turning it round. Maybe will we see that? so we'll see from there.
Possibly, very possibly. Right, 2 drivers left. Next on my list is 866 Biggles. He was the Entertainer Vote winner, and the way we did the Entertainers Vote this month is we picked 10 drivers that got nominated the most throughout the month for entertaining, Biggles being one of them, and then we picked 10 other drivers to vote on them in secret, so the 10 drivers don't know who each other were, and Biggles got 7 of the 10 votes. So clearly a driver that people enjoy watching.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we want to see him not in a wrecking car, surprisingly enough. So,
no.
Along with Snapper, he's in a road slayer.
Yeah, he is. But I'd still fancy him to pull that about a bit, and it's nice to see one. I think it's Team RNT. I think he's representing tonight. They're a nice team. They do a lot of meetings, and it's nice to see them finally represented in one of the best meetings.
Yeah, definitely.
So final driver on my list. Do you know who it is? Have you kept count?
Should be 933 Outcast.
It is Outcast. Now, Outcast is qualified via the DW Promotions. He is also a 2-litre world champion over at DW Promotions, and he's my pick tonight. He's the one I picked in the poll, and the reason I picked him is because recently I think he's got a lot quicker, certainly a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? He's consistent. He's been a lot more consistent in his finishes, always up there in the top 5 or 6.
Definitely.
And it looks like he's in a car. Is that a Venom? In a car to try
and
win it tonight.
Yeah.
So I think my money might be safe there. That's the one I've gone for. I think I got the first one right. I don't think I picked Perks the last time though, did I? I don't think I could claim that one.
No, no, I don't think you did. No.
So, I mean, obviously I'll be shouting on Gru because he was the BBRLC, but if Gru doesn't win it, then Outcast is definitely my pick for winning it tonight.
Yeah.
So,
fantastic.
I think we're ready to get started. I don't know if any of these drivers are close to finishing this race or if they're going to retire up.
Hopefully.
We'll get Heat 1 underway. And we'll see if all this money you've spent on a brand new engine for the pace car finally works out.
Well, I've just got to do some quick body work because the Snapper decided to go to the back of it, but I won't be a minute. So it looks alright from the right hand side, not so much from the left though. I think the guys are hopefully getting the message.
Yeah, I think a couple of them are retiring up, aren't they?
Yeah, so just wait for the lads to finish up.
So whilst we're waiting for these guys to ready up, we've got 3 heats to come, we've got a final to come, a DD, and then a team race, random teams. And we'll go through them a bit closer to the time, I guess.
Yeah.
But
hopefully everyone got the memo as well from that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see how everyone gets on with it. And,
well, like I say, it's an achievement that all these guys are here. It's not easy to even get into this meeting. To be honest with you,
no,
it's not an easy meeting to get into.
And I think before we get the racing started, I think it's important to thank all the promoters for giving us spots from their league, giving us drivers from their league, and most importantly to you yourself, Sean, for getting it set up and getting the word out for these different promoters. Because it's one thing getting them to agree to run a meeting to get a seed, it's another thing getting them to actually do it. So
yeah, definitely.
You've done a brilliant job as always, mate, and hopefully we can get Perkser to retire up and we can get on our way. He's the only one now. We might have to send the paramedics over to him there and see whether he's. I'll tell you what, let's head down there and just check. Has he got the thumbs up down there?
I'm not seeing anything. Whether Yeah, I
just
think,
turn off the fuel
Jay
switch
Taylor
there.
might have.
You alright, Perkster, mate? No sign of life there.
So, I think we're just trying to get a message through to him. Hopefully we get
Yeah,
second.
I mean, at this rate, we might have to kick him out the lobby to try and get... Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go. Fantastic.
The threat of kicking him out sorted it.
No problem. Right. So, Heat 1 will be on in a few moments. So make sure you cheer on your drivers in the chat. We'll read them when we get a chance. So you let us know who you're shouting to win tonight's best of the best. It's going to be a hard meeting, I think, and we'll see how we get on in the heats. And I think this should be a good one.
Yeah, and it's at this point where the drivers are locking in the cars that they're selecting as well, so we're just having a watch for any last-minute changes. I think everyone is going with the cars that they've picked, as Ghost is going out in a Speedbird. And Sazzy
Lee's... it was out in practice. Interesting choice of cars there.
Sazzy Lee's out in a Rammer, which many was saying is the favourite car to use around here. But lots of talk as well about anybody being in a Rammer they're going to get put in, so it might be interesting to see whether Sazzy Lee can make it round 15 laps.
So we will see. So we're just waiting for all the guys to line up. So off the front, it was Jay Taylor and Biggles for Heat 1. The two men off the front there, and it's Ghosty and Snapper on row 2.
Snapper looking fiery there in orange.
Yeah, not supporting the Fat Boys colours. I think you may need to talk to her about that.
Well, you know, this is not a team meeting, and our drivers are free to do what they want in their individual meetings. And I think Snapper means business tonight. I think he's going to do the Fat Boys proud.
As we're starting to speed up now.
Yeah, we jump on board with Jay Taylor as we come round this corner and into lap 1. The pace car's going to pull to the inside. Jay Taylor's going to go around him and into the lead. Followed by Ghosty in second place and Biggles in third with Snapper up the inside. Snapper now into first. Snapper straight in on Jay Taylor. Well, that's straight out the window for Snapper, Roddin. He's shown his intentions straight away on that first corner. No messing about. That man Ghosty out in front. Can anyone catch him? He looks clear at this point. As we look across the track, we see Sean has managed to get his car safe there, so we should hopefully be joining us soon with the commentary. Ghosty still out in front, Outcast second, and Steve Sitka in third.
Yeah, back in the commentary box now. So fantastic so far. Rob Woolhouse goes around on turns 3 and 4 there. Snazzy Lee gets caught up with him. That's further down the field there, down in 13th. Al at the back at the moment, down in 14th there. Ghosty out front, massive lead for him at the moment in the Speedbird there. The Venom there of Outcast in second place. No surprise to see him in that. It looks like he means business here tonight. It's some fantastic racing going on so far. I think the front runners have got away. Steve Sipka and Boffy are having a fantastic race. Boffy up the inside. No, it's Gru, sorry. It's Gru. I'm getting all my names mixed up. The TGU boys
they're both
are
the same
colours.
Yeah, they're both very quick drivers. I often think about the TGU team. They seem to have packed their team full of fast drivers. I often wonder if they've got any blockers. Ghost is also in TGU colours. Do you think Ghost is part of their crew? I mean, he's got a different roof colour, but or do you think he's maybe camouflaging?
He is, but maybe camouflaging. I mean, maybe so. We will see.
So Ghosty comes up to lap Al here. I'm not expecting Al to do anything to Ghosty. He's not normally that type of driver. Although these drivers, you know, on a meeting like this, they are going to get stuck in, and Al doesn't there. So Ghosty now clear of Al and chasing down Rob Woolhouse, who's all the way back in 13th. Nobody on Oppo yet. Always surprised to see
No,
that.
the Oppo zone seems to be fairly quiet wrecking-wise. I think everyone's just pacing themselves at the moment here in Heat 1.
Yeah, I'm guessing nobody wants to cause any targets for themselves.
No, not at the moment. And then there you go, Snapper out the window. Snazzy Lee gets took round by Snapper. Snapper ain't bothered about anyone, and takes him round. So should be proud of him there to a state. And there's a bit of a kerfuffle there. Staples trying to put Archie Rio wide, and also puts Biggles wide. That puts him up to 7th place. Biggles tries to go hit on Archie Rio and misses and hits the wall there on turns 1 and 2. And gets collected by Perks for that. Staples having a good race with Archie.
Ghosty's got a tricky decision now. Does he go past Snapper or does he put him out? He's sort of lent on Snapper a bit there. I'm not sure that's going to be a good idea. Snapper doesn't go in for the shot, does he? No, I don't know. I think he might have been there, but possibly not fully committed to it. Ghosty is pretty clear here. And still no sign of anyone on Oppo. This is very surprising.
Yo, massive hit on turns 3 and 4. Outcast has gone in the wall there. So Biggles has just turned it around. Outcome and Archie Rio now turning it around on lap 14. They've both missed Ghosty. Snapper goes in, a massive hit on Archie. Turns 3, 4, and Snazzy Lee. Here comes the hit on the final lap. Are they going to go for good? And the massive hit head on Boffy.
Coming up, Ghosty coming into that turn 3 and 4 now. Who's waiting for him on Oppie? Archie Ray went in but missed him. Ghosty's managed to get through, but he's in a big tangle. He's going to get across the line for first place. I'm going to try and jump on board with whoever is in 2nd and 3rd. A big gap.
In second. Gru's being stopped by Al, and Bob Woolhouse nearly goes for him. He misses him. Snapper's all over him. I think he should get second here. Staples is going to bring up 3rd. It's a right mess down on turn 3 and 4. I think all the guys said, "Oh right, it's last lap. I better turn it around."
Yeah.
I think everyone forgot what lap it was.
All the action there in the last lap. I mean, to be fair, Ghosty had that much of a lead there. They could have held him up for a good 10 seconds and he still would have won that one.
Ghosty was flying. But whether that'll put him as a target at the rest of the meeting, we will see.
Yeah, well, we saw last round with Jay Canty. I think he won the first race and possibly the second one. And then that was it for the rest of the meet of him. I don't think he won one again. Obviously Ghosty will be hoping that's not the case tonight. Looking further down the list, we have Staples in 3rd, Steve Sitka in 4th, Outcast 5th, Boffy in 6th, Perks to 7th. Perks was nearly lapped down at one stage, so that's not a bad result in his El Matador.
Yeah, definitely not. It's a good result for him there. So we may see a similar thing from last time. He's there or thereabouts, and then to the final, he was right there.
Yes.
So we will see.
Yeah, but a longer race, you got more chance for cars to go out, haven't you? You know.
Yeah, definitely. So we're looking forward to see how we get on in heat number 2. Do we think Ghosty will take a flag to flag, or do we think the guys are going to understand what's going on and then possibly go for him now?
Well, I think a lot will depend on where he starts on the grid. I think if he starts near the front again, then we could see him disappear again. If he starts near the back, I can't see him winning it because I think he'll have too many to get past. And that could be a problem for him.
Definitely so. As we the heat 2. So Snapper wanted that front row position by the looks of it. Yeah, we heard Snapper on front row.
Snapper is on it tonight, mate. He is looking
Snapper
for the win. The two original nutters on row 3 there together, and then row 5's a bit of a mess. Rob Woolhouse is hanging back. I think he wants to start at the back. Ghost is going to go past him. Rob Woolhouse possibly getting a bit of a run up here into the back. It's going to be interesting to see what he does there. Possibly some tactics. We'll see. But up front it's going to be Snapper. Snapper and Staples. As they come round this corner now. And we go on board with Staples. Sean pulls to the inside. That lets them free. And Staples into the lead. Snapper in second place, but Outcast going past him on the inside. Snapper forced the outside, but he's still going well. Snapper still in second place. Outcast goes past him on the inside again, and he's going to make that position stick this time, but will Snapper let him have it on this next corner? No, he doesn't. Snapper seems to be... Oh, Snapper's gone in big style there. Steve Sitka said, no, I am not going past Snapper, and that's going to leave Snapper in the wall. Staples first place, Outcast second, and currently Grew in third.
Yeah, I have noticed that Perkster has retired early. I think he must have some mechanical problems, so hopefully everything will be alright for Heat 3. So out in front, Staples, he's the driver that we're surprised to see whether he'll stay up there. A few rivals in here. We know Ghosty is a rival of his further down the field in 9th place, so whether we'll see him turn it around, but surprised at that. But he goes, just speaking of Ghosty, he takes on Snazzy Lee and gets caught by Jay Taylor there on the back straight. There's a bit of kerfuffles with Archie Rear down in 5th, and Bothy and Al having a good race there on turns 1 and 2. Al puts them both in. But Anna, he also goes for Steve Sipka. Al put in the P5 to good use there. So it's great to see the British tin being used tonight.
Steve Sitka seems to have set up camp on turn 1, and Rob Woolhouse has taken offence to that. He's gone into the back of Steve Sitka. And we've got a bit of a pile-up on turns 3 and 4. Snapper involved in that with Al, and Ghosty, our Heat 1 winner, has turned it. So we won't have a repeat of the Heat 1 winner, I don't think. Staples going past Al, with Outcast getting close to him in second place.
Yes, the Rob Woodhouse, another massive hit on Steve Sitka on turns 1 and 2. Archie Rear going through the side, and that's took him out. Ghosty also goes through, and here comes Snazzy Lee, huge hit on Ghosty there, massive T-bone. Staples drove past them and looks like he's more interested in his win than going for an all-out war.
Yeah, Staples isn't the sort of driver to go in. He is...
No.
He's on a mission, and he's got a good lead over Grew in second place. That man Outcast in third. He's just hanging around. He's playing the Perkster role tonight by the looks of it. Outcast always there or thereabouts. Yeah,
we got took out in Heat 1, so if he can hold his own and stay out of trouble, he might do well, especially in that Venom. But I suspect we will see him further up the field tonight, especially as in the final.
Oh, Staples slowed down there as Biggles was trying to take him out. Sazzy Lee, I think, went in for Staples, but cleaned out Biggles and left Staples on his own. Oh,
He's gone for a hit, he's turned him round.
Taking him in, Grew into the lead, Outcast through, no, Outcast still in third. We lost another driver there, who've we lost this time? It's that Biggles we've lost this time.
Biggles gone round, Archie Rear's gone round, Archie Rear's just been put in by Rob Woolhouse.
We've got a cracking race for the lead here. Grew, Outcast and Staples. Grew has just taken Outcast out as we speak, so Staples now in the lead with Grew chasing him, going on to lap 14 of 15. So what have we got left? We've only got nine drivers.
Third.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a carnage this one. Al seems to have thought Al would turn it there. No, I think he's decided what to do. He's in front of Staples. What's he going to do here? He's Rob Woolhouse in front of Grew on the final lap now. Al wasn't able to get in the way of Staples. Going down the back straight. Is Grew close enough? Anyone going to stop? No one turned it round. I think Staples has got this one in the back, and Staples will take the win in heat number 2. Grew coming home second, and TGU second and third. Boffy in third place there. Outcast bringing home 4th place. Jay Taylor coming home in 5th. Here comes Sazzy Lee, the Northern Bangers C coming home in 6th there. Are we going to see Snapper a top 10? With only 9 left, he's going to bring it home.
He's got to. It's brilliant 7th place there for Snapper. Unbelievable result, that.
Al and Rob both the guys that are lap down. Those two are putting it about in that race. Fantastic hits going in from them two. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, definitely night and day between Heat 1 and Heat 2 in terms of action there. And Rob Woolhouse and Al definitely putting it about. Big shout out to Steve Sitka early on as well, who got involved, but his war wagon didn't handle the shots. He was out early on, but I think he definitely started that ball rolling there. Any news on Perkster? Any idea what happened there with his El Matador? Did it cut out or?
I believe there was a parrot flying around the cab. That's what I've heard. So,
Parrot, right? Okay.
So you must have a lucky parrot in the car in the cab. I think he's had to put it back in his cage, so everything's all right at his end, I think now.
Right.
So,
okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's not the first time I've heard a bird blamed for somebody's misfortunes.
Fantastic.
So,
Right. So
just to point out, Heat 1 and Heat 2, second place man both times has been Gru 157. The Neely man, do you think he can make that into a win this time?
well, I mean, he's shown pace. I mean, the Panther RS, which is probably not my choice of car for riding, but he's definitely got a good setup on that car, and he's going well. And I think there or thereabouts is enough. And the TGU lads are up there, aren't they? It's, definitely.
Yeah, I mean the quick lads. There's no doubt about that. In a straight race they'll always be up there. It just depends on the action. And what goes on. We're just waiting for Sazzy Lee, possibly gone for a toilet break.
So just Heat 3.
I think if we get half the action we did in Heat 3 that we had in Heat 2, I think it'll be a cracker.
Yeah, it was a good race, that one. So we enjoyed that one very much there in the commentary box. I believe the Garminson family were enjoying that one as well. They're a bit sad that Liquor G wasn't able to make it, was able to qualify for this one this month.
They were, but they are one of the sponsors for today's meeting, Garmston Solicitors. For all your family needs, they know what they're doing. They've got many years in the business, so find them in the programme. But another shout out, actually, something that got missed out of the programme, apart from the main page. Lucky Signs, sponsors of our programme. If you need any sign work, he's the man. As we go with the start of Heat 1, Snapper and Rob Woolhouse taking the first and second place there. Snapper immediately pushed out as I say that, and that's going to leave Rob Woolhouse to lead this race, and we're currently watching the pace car, which we don't want to be doing. Okay, we're back onto the action here. Rob Woolhouse, massive lead. Archie Ray are in second place. The pace car man is getting excited at this, and he's crashing, but he's managed to get out of the way. Rob Woolhouse, big lead. Archie Ray has managed to get into turn 3 and 4 clean, with Boffy in third, and that man Outcast in fourth, and Sazzy Lee fifth. Some different leaders here, Sean. What's going on?
I don't know. Rob, I don't know what's going on with Rob, because he spent the last 2 races wrecking. So he's obviously getting the car set up ready for the final in the third heat. And Archie V are also up there, so I have no idea what's going on. Boffy there in good form again in third place. We see him get a third place in Heat 2, so it's no surprise to see him there going well in that war wagon. It's putting that to good use. Jay Taylor there, not seen him up there so far tonight. They're in fourth place, right on the back of Boffy there, looking for the inside. Here come Outcast as well. They're 3 wide on turns 1 and 2. Who's going to get it? Jay Taylor gets out in front now. Here comes back Outcast. Outcast looking for a move on him. It's fairly clean racing. Oh, the Snapper there on Oppo. Takes out Archie Rear. That takes out one of the original gutters. Also on Oppo. He takes out Staples there. Staples is looking worse for wear now in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, so, we're on board at the moment with Boffy in third place, chasing down Jay Taylor. They've had a cracking race for second, third and fourth at the moment, with Outcast getting involved. Biggles down in fifth as well as we speak.
Massive hits going on turns 3 and 4 with Snapper, Steve Sipka and Al. Steve Sipka upside down.
Snapper on Oppo here, and he goes straight for, I think that was Boffy, he's just hit on Oppo. What a shot by Snapper. It's cost him his car, he's out the race, but that was a big hit.
Thumbs up there, thumbs up. He's there waving to the burger van, asking get a burger on him for the interval.
Pre-ordering.
He's loving life there. Pre-ordering, yeah, definitely. Steve Sipka on Oppo, as is Rob Woolhouse, our early race leader. Has he been spun out? No, I think he's to get back going, or is he?
He's getting back going, but he's nearly a lap down, having led that race going into that corner. I didn't see who took him out, but it's allowed Jay Taylor
Staples,
commanding lead.
Staples has just got out there. Your Heat 2 winner has just been wrecked.
He's wrecked.
Ghosty on Oppo as well, which is surprising to see. Gone for Jay Taylor, massive hit. Steve
Great
Sitka goes in as well. He stopping Jay Taylor. Here comes Biggles in second. Are we going to see Biggles take a win possibly?
Biggles now into lead lap 12, so 3 laps to go at the end of this next lap. Jay Taylor down in second, has just been spun out by Grew. That man grew into second place again. He loves that position. Will he go one better though? Back on board with Biggles. Biggles, don't think anyone was going for him on that corner.
No, he's definitely kept himself to himself. Al goes for a massive hit on Steve Sitka. Absolutely huge hit going on turns 3 and 4. Absolutely fantastic. Rob Wilhouse goes in the back of Al. Biggles fairly clean out front. Grew in second place. As we move in on to lap 14
Al
now.
goes in for a shot on his, taking him round.
Is that enough for Grew? He's in reverse. Grew's managed to get through. Here comes Perks the 2 up to second place. Rob Woolhouse putting it about now in terms of it takes out Jay Taylor. And he also, I think Ghost has also gone there as well.
Last lap this time is the starter, please. Grew in the lead. Al is a lap down there and it's Perkster in second. Can Perks to take a win in the heat here? Who's on off on this last corner? Sazzy Lee is, but he's not going to go for the leader. And it's going to be Grew. We're still on board with Perks, but it's going to be Grew that takes the win with Perkster in second place. Biggles, you would have said it was a good third place, but having led it for so long, possibly not such a good third place.
No, possibly not. No, we were ashamed to see what happened to Rob. I wasn't sure what happened to Rob. He was leading from the start. He was way out front, and I think he must have got caught up at one point, and then started putting the bumper about as the race went on. I think this should get him a 6th place finish. So, see there, only 8 finishes in that one. So things are liveling up as we get to the final. What are we going to see?
Yeah,
so we're going to see.
The final is the next one out, isn't it?
Take the final. Yeah.
Just sent Grew an invite. We'll see if we can get a quick chat with Grew before the final. See how he's feeling. He must be feeling good, having had 2 seconds and a 1st place, as he joins us in the commentary box. Just include your audio up there, please, mate.
There we go, mate.
Excellent. So, 2 second place and finally a win, Grew. How are you feeling going into the final, mate?
Yeah, ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
Is that a clue? Does that suggest you're gonna be on the Oppo or?
See how the first bend goes, and then you go from there, didn't you?
Well, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true.
Your first pen's going pretty well, to be honest with you. There.
Yeah, I'll be on the inside all 3 heats. You can guarantee I'll be outside mid pack.
Yeah. It's just
some nonsense is going to get you and put you in it, eh? Let's face it.
I don't think we got any of them racing tonight, but you never know. You never.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's,
mate.
I mean, you're a veteran now with these best of the best meetings. You've done one prior to this. How are you finding today? Is it more action today or less action?
If I'm honest with you, I don't remember the first one.
All right.
It was my birthday, and I had a few too many that night. So.
Yeah, I must admit, your performance last time wasn't up to your usual standard. Having put money on you winning that final, I was a little bit disappointed that you didn't go on and win it. But you seem to be back on form tonight.
I did cry myself to sleep that night because I let you down.
That's nice to hear. But it's good to see you back to form. So I think we best wish you best wishes for the tonight's final. We'll get our words out eventually, and we'll get underway.
Thank you. No worries. See you soon.
Hopefully, speak to you as the winner in 10 minutes.
We won't see that one. See that one.
Cheers, mate.
Get your teammate.
What's that, sorry?
Get your teammate.
Which one? Which one?
They get Boffy winning. Well, who else is in your team? Someone we don't know. Someone else we don't know about. Secret team members. Oh, here we go.
It's full of them.
Cheers, Grew.
Take care.
Cheers.
Mate.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
So,
have we seen some alliances? Maybe.
well,
do we think?
He's a bit of a joker, isn't he, Gru? He likes to get people going. I think. It wouldn't surprise me if Ghosty's with them. I mean, Ghost is the sort of driver who does like to buddy up with other people. I know that, but at the same time, I don't think they're working together. I think it's just him and Boffin in tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll see how they get on. I mean, it'd be good to see him win it. Obviously, with him being the BBRLC, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Big Dog is in the chat saying he's gone to the burger bar. What have you got for the burger bar, Big Dog?
Grew on the inside there. Look at this. Inside front row. This is looking good for him there in the Jag. Rob Bullhouse on the outside.
Will he get round that first corner, though?
Well, Staples up the back and then Ghosty.
Ghosty outside row 2. Also in TGU colours, as we've mentioned.
Virgin Motors there on the same row again. It's happened second time now. So I think the guys are wanting to go, so we'll start pulling.
I think whoever's sorting the numbers in the bag needs to get them shaken up a bit.
I think so. I think they need to close the grid and... And they're away.
Here we go. Start of lap 1, and Gru has managed to get round the first corner there nicely. We'll try and get this leaderboard up. He is in second place, but he'll be happy. Oh, is someone? No one stuck him in there. So, Staples in first, then Original to second and third with Jay Taylor and Archie Ray. Gru sliding through into second place. No, he's taken Archie Ray round, but he's not managed to hold second place. It's actually Jay Taylor is taken out, so... Grew into third, Archie Ray into second, and Staples in third. Staples a nice lead at this point, and Ghosty fighting with Rob Woolhouse and Sazzy Lee for fourth.
Yeah, I've made it back in the commentary box now to see Staples way out front. Your early race leader. This is not a sprint now. This is a bit of an endurance. 20 laps. Will we see Staples get a flag to flag here? Gru's going well in third place. Archie in second. This is the best we've seen of him so far. Gru there, the possible TGU member. We'll see if he takes him out. What will happen between those two? I think a few faster drivers down the further of the grid. Perkster in 12th, not going so well. Our round 2 winner.
Yeah, you need to wait for a bit later in the race though for Perkster to come good. He liked to hang around at the start.
I don't think he had the best of starts. I think Staples way out front in the Venom. Archery there second. Ghosty nice and clean up the inside of Gru. No surprises there, I don't think, whether we'll see him go for him. Snazzy Lee going upside of Biggles. Boffy going really well there in 8th place. A fantastic battle there further down the grid. And Boffy turns Boffy round. Outcast going for a hit on him. They've gone up into the wall. There goes Biggles. Biggles goes round.
Ghosty just put a hit on Archie Ray for second place. That's going to allow Gru into second place. Ghosty now third.
Will we see possibly Boffy turn it round down in 10th place? Will we help his TTU teammate out? What we will see here.
Hitting half race distance, still first.
Turks are up to 8th. Nice to see you going well.
So this is much like Heat 1. A lot of cars going the right way around. Nobody turning it as yet, which suggests that everybody's out to win this. My favourite to win this one, Outcast, is just about to be lapped by the leader. So I think that's my money down the Swanee, so I won't be in the pub tonight. So anyone fancies buying me a drink later on, they're more than welcome to.
I'm sure Gru will get you on. I'm sure he'll get you on.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, we'll see. Staples though, driving very well out in first place. You can't take it away from him so far. Snazzy Lee looks like he's lining up for an off-road shot.
Possibly coming around from Rob Bullhouse. Rob Bullhouse there on turn 4. And Snappers are going for a snap. He's reversing at the guys. Biggles also turning around now. Al goes for a hit on him, misses, hits the wall. Outcast going for a hit. Massive hits going now. Here comes the hit as we're moving on to The lap nearly for the lap boards are about to come out for Staples. He's on lap 14.
Sazzy Lee on Oppo here. Is he going to get Staples? No, he's backed out of it. That's Ghosty a lap down now as well. As we come,
Lap boards are out.
5 laps to go. Staples about to lap Al again. I think this is the second time Al's going to get lapped. Surprisingly, Snapper's still on the lead lap, but Snapper's about to be lapped as well. Snapper down in 8th place as we speak. Nobody looks like they're stopping Staples at this point in time. He's got a lovely lead, and he's just playing it nicely with the back markers there, not going past them unless he's absolutely happy to. Although he's getting a bit of problems from Jay Taylor here. Is Jay Taylor going to try and liven this race up a bit going into this corner? Oh, Staples saw it coming though and he pulled out, but Grew is right behind him now. This is going to turn into a race here. First place still Staples, Grew second place. What's Grew going to do on this corner? He's not done anything at the moment. Staples, he's trying to get round, he's been taken out.
Round. That was not as expecting that. I wasn't sure who caught him. So that's Grew up now, and no one else is anywhere near.
No.
And Steve Sipka just hits Staples there on turns 1 and 2.
Al has just finished Biggles off on turns 3 and 4. Great shot by Al. Grew through onto lap 19. 2 laps left at this point. Grew a lovely lead over Staples. And Jay Taylor on Oppo there. What a shot from Jay Taylor. He's I think we picked the wrong original nutter here for Blocker. I think Jay Taylor's doing a very good job here. Steve Sitka on Oppo, but his leader's gone past him. So leader now going into the last corner. Is anyone going to stop him? Jay Taylor's going to have a go, and he goes for it, but he doesn't quite get him. And Grew is going to get through, and possibly the cleanest win we've seen on this event. Great finish from Grew.
Yeah, that's a heat and final win there. Staples possibly not going to make a podium finish. I think Perks might have a podium finish. So that'll be Rob Woolhouse taking the win there. Staples manages to get the podium finish from Staples. Boffy 4, Perks to 5th there. So, that was a bit of a surprise there.
Yeah, I mean, at one point there, it was pretty much just Grew and Staples in the lead. And it didn't look like anybody else was going to win it, and in the end nobody else did win it. But Rob Woolhouse finishing second, that's a good place for him.
Yeah, definitely.
So we might try something different here. We might try inviting the top 3 in and see if they fancy coming in for a bit of a chat. Although Perkster has gone. Oh no, Perkster didn't finish in the top 3. Ignore me.
Hello.
Hello, mate. Hello. We're just inviting a few of you in here just to get a bit of a perspective from the top 3. Whilst we're getting these others in, how did you feel winning that one, mate? You said you wasn't going to win it.
It weren't expected. I was expecting to be done by the original nutters, to be honest with you. They tried towards the end, but they're not good enough. So.
Well, I mean, Jay Taylor put a couple of good shots in on you, to be fair.
He got me square. He did get square on the
yeah.
penultimate lap. It was a good shot. It was a good shot.
Just make sure, Staples, that you've got your audio included, mate. well, you might not be very happy, mate, but that might make for a good interview.
Should I come give you a couple of Staples?
So you're in now. You got your audio sorted.
That should have been yours.
Hang on, oh, yeah, I've got it included now.
Got it included. So third place man Staples has joined us in the commentary booth. So a good result for you, that third place, Staples.
I mean, it's definitely my best result so far. Saying someone has to do it dirty, but they can't do it legally. Somebody
Right.
did it legally. I got rid of him nice and quick. But now, fair play to Drew. Drove well all meet and really got a win and final wins. Fair play to him.
Yeah. Oh well, that's fair enough. So,
Good job.
is there going to be some revenge shots then in this DD?
See what I can do.
Right. Okay. So, Brew, going into the DD, are you looking at winning this DD, or are you just going to go out for a bit of a smash up now?
I don't think a Panther can stand up against well, what we've got. It's,
No.
it's not the strongest of cars, is it? Let's face it.
No, that's very true. That's very true. Maybe you
I
can.
was quite shocked with it though. It's a really good car.
Maybe you can hide
It's
some
nice
steel
to see,
on it.
like,
I'm surprised at how quick it was going, to be honest. I think we might see a few more Panthers out there.
quite possibly. It's nice to not have it being a Rammerfest like every other
Yeah, it's
meeting.
Well,
been a good mix of cars tonight, I think.
We do encourage
Yeah.
the drivers to pick different cars, don't we, for this meeting? And it's great to see all the drivers picking different cars. And I think it's nice to finally have a VBRL representative winning the best of the best series. So,
Well, it's the meeting too late, but you know.
well, yes, yeah, 2 meetings too late, I would argue. But seeing as you are a VBRL representative, can you tell the folks at home why you like racing VBRL?
I wouldn't say I like it.
Oh, well, great.
It's
So moving on to third place man Staples. Can you tell us why you like racing Page Staples?
Twisty's ego.
Why I like racing Page? Sure.
I've heard
I like
SBL
racing
is a
league.
really good league.
Right.
I bet VBRL's got some of the best driving, I think. Always you have a good meeting. You get the odd bad one, but it's the same as real life, it's the same as anything. Keep going and it pays off, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think that's right. And I mean, nobody puts a meeting on expecting them to be bad, do they? But like you said, there's going to be bad meetings. I think a lot of the time it depends on the drivers that turn up as to how good a meeting it is. So
yeah, there's some really good drivers throughout all the leagues.
yeah, we've
had
got
some, like all last TG, we've had some really good races with certain drivers. Staples
Right.
being one of them.
had a message come into the to the commentary asking for someone to check the car, get the scrutineers to check your car. That's coming from a Bristow.
Bristow.
I think he had a
Yeah.
shield
Nah,
around
he's
his
a
car, I
nonce.
think.
It's,
He had a shield around his car, stopping all the cars from hitting him. Didn't anyone see it?
I can't admit to seeing it. No, I'll be honest with you, mate. I think you've been.
Everyone let him go, I think, on that
I think you've
half
had a
lane.
few too many mushrooms
Oh,
on your
it's been
burger there, mate.
do you know it makes a change. It makes a change.
Right.
But I mean, I've got to give a shout out to the main men like Craig Bantwell and Kipper. They've trained me. They've taught me everything I know.
I have
They're probably the
noticed.
best drivers
I
in
have
CGU.
noticed. Yeah. Well, they do
So,
move like Yoda.
Without
to
them
be
two, I'd
honest.
be a nobody.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Right. Cheers, lads. We'll get this DD going. And
Just to a good meeting.
no, you're very welcome, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
No worries.
Definitely
Take
fantastic
care.
one.
See you
Good
soon.
stuff. See you later.
See ya.
In a bit.
See ya.
Well, I don't know about you, Sean, but I think we might have to go and test them mushrooms on them burgers later on and just check as everything's above board. Talking about shields on cars, it's all got a bit Mario Kart.
There's a little bit, yeah. So, DD time now before we have a team race shortly after this.
Yeah, so we're going with the free camera here. Going to try and get the action on turns 3 and 4. Hopefully we'll see some action. Looks like the drivers have all gone for a bit of a rod.
Rob Wallhouse has gone over the fence on the home straight there. Snap a massive hit from Bickles.
Yeah, we have left resets on, so Rob Wallhouse should be able to get back on the track there. Snapper going in for another shot. Snapper's not messing about here. I don't think he's going to win this DD, but he might get best entertainer as he goes down the back straight. A big hit on Jay Taylor there, full tilt, halfway down the straight. That's left Jay Taylor with half health and Snapper's gone.
Grew's being ruined there. Jay Taylor took him out and Staples also went for him. A massive T-bone. Grew also goes for him there.
was a-
Archie Rear gets a hit from Al.
Big jack up by Alan Archie Rear.
Yeah, some huge hits going in. Rob Wallhouse goes for a hit on Steve Sitter. It's absolutely fantastic in this one for the DD.
Drivers just bumping up a bit here. Boffy going in for a shot on Sazzy Lee. Rob Woolhouse looking like he's sizing someone up there. And Ghosty takes someone in the top corner. Is he going to get picked up coming out of there? He's got, I think that's Sazzy Lee right behind him, and they're both going in. Rob Woolhouse goes in for a shot on Sazzy Lee, and Boffy misses with his shot on Rob Woolhouse. The driver's going for it. Archie Ray is waiting on turn 1 there with Al. Al goes in for a big shot on Outcast. Starting
yeah,
to
hits going in all around. Al's doing pretty good on health, putting the hits about. Steve Sitka puts a hit there on Boffy. T-bone from Steve Sitka on Al on turn 2 there. Staples seems to be keeping his nose clean. Is he looking for a win in the DD maybe?
Ghosty just gets rid of Biggles there on turns 3 and 4. Down to 9 drivers left.
Al, massive hit from Ghosty. Ghosty's nearly dead now. Here comes Staples. Staples puts him in. Staples gone outside the track now. We're looking for him to come back. Archie
Ray is going for him, and big hit from Rob Woolhouse. Shots going in galore here.
Outcast has just been took out by Boffy. The drivers are slowly going in this one. With 5 drivers remain. Rob Woodhull's massive hit on Staples. Staples is going relatively well on health. Boffy, but seems to be going really well in the war wagon there. So what's going to happen in this one? Oh, we're all still going the right way at the moment. Hopefully we'll see one turn in a minute. So you did give the memo out. It was a DD, right?
Well, yeah, I think majority of drivers, to be fair, have heard the memo, but you always get one
Staples
or two
turns it round.
that aren't keen on a shot, and
here comes Grew as well. Oh, Grew missed the hit there on Staples. Steve Sipka, massive head up from him. Rob Woolhouse, possibly no. Rob Woolhouse missed the hit.
Buffy going up the back of Steve Sitka, shot on him there.
Fantastic teamwork there from the TGU boys. Staples nearly gone there. Steve Sipka also nearly gone. There's a few drivers with low health. Boffy absolutely dominating this one. Is it going to be a TGU win? I think it will be. They're dominating tonight's best of the best. Rob Woolhouse just been wrecked by Boffy there.
That's going to leave Boffy and Staples. And the money here has to be on Boffy for this one.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it's going to be a TGU win. That's an overall win for them tonight.
There he goes.
Taking the win. Brew brings home a heat and a final win, and Boffy bringing home the D win. It's some fantastic places all night. So, that isn't the final race of the night. We do have an extra special race. We are sadly 1 driver down due to Perks are having engine trouble. We had to shoot off due to that. I think to make it fair, one of us should probably jump in and help the teams out. If,
very possibly.
Possible.
Do you fancy the honour, or do you want me to have a go?
You can have a go. I'll take the Venom round for the.
Rightio, we'll have to see what we've got in the garage. So we're missing Perkster, who is supposed to be on the white team. Rightio, let's see what we've got in the old garage.
Well, you sort that out. We will just quickly go through the teams.
Yeah.
So this is based on. So we're going off what our obviously Calendar Cup and Wreckfest Team League do. It, you know, the teams. It's a massive thing that's going on if you're not already involved. So on the red team, it's been random teams. So Outcast, Al, Biggles, Boffy, Steve Sipka, Taylor. So, on the opposite teams, on the white team, is Brew, Staples, Ghosty, Archie Rhea, Rob Woolhouse, Snapper, and Twist will now be joining them. So, what will we see here?
Well, I'm going to bring something out that I love running no matter what track I'm on. I'm not going to get it precisely up to the required spec in terms of engine. I'm not going to get it on anything at the moment because the garage is still loading, so we'll just have to wait for that to sort itself out. Whilst we wait for that to sort itself out, we might just let the drivers know who's in which team. Not liking the way this is spinning, to be honest.
Why?
Well, it's still spinning. It's not letting me change anything.
Oh dear, that's not good.
No, it's not good at all. Give it a second. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. I don't know what the crack is. I've never seen it do this before. Does anybody know in the chat what's going on here? Is it going to be a dashboard job? I hope not.
We hope not. You're not broke yet, have you?
It's looking that way, mate. It's frozen, mate. It's just spinning. Well, I say it's frozen, but I mean it wouldn't be spinning if it was frozen, would it? It'd be.
No.
We'll give it a minute, and we'll see what we can do. At least everyone knows what car I'm using now. Oh, this is a nightmare.
This hasn't gone well, has it?
No. Right, what we might do time-wise is dashboard it. You'll keep your stream running, Sean. Can you get the lobby set up?
Yeah.
And we'll be back with you on the. Stay on the broadcast. It might go down briefly, but it'll come back up very shortly, and we'll get going with the team race.
Well, talking of the teams, actually, there's a few. Apart you guys, actually, everyone else is on separate teams. So
yeah, we should probably run through the teams very quickly, shouldn't we?
I did mention if you weren't listening, but we can go through it again.
I was busy trying to build my car.
Sorry, you were pretty just
spammering,
were you?
I was spammering, mate. Yeah, that's the one.
Cool. The massive one. Right.
Always.
So, the lobby is open. So just as a reminder tonight, the sponsor for tonight's meeting has been Lucky, who does some fantastic signage work and some posters. If you have seen the posters about on Facebook and Twitter, he's done fantastic work, and he did last month's as well. We're very we can't falter on the work he's done for us. We appreciate.
No, I always use Lucky's posters. To be honest with you, they're always top class, and he's done another good job with them tonight.
So we appreciate him very much. It's being the program front cover as well. So make sure if you need anything doing there, make sure you give him a message. I do believe there was another advert in the program this month. Is it related to a gypsy driver? Was it a gypsy?
Yeah, gypsy's looking for men. As many men as he can get. They've got to be good at handling balls. He's looking for a couple at the back and a couple in front. So if that's you and you think you're interested, give Gypsy a call, and you could join the team. Yeah, we'll see how they get on. Now I've jumped in the lobby here, and everyone's sat in A-class cars. What's going on here?
No, you can run A-class.
Can you run anything? Can you?
Yeah.
Right.
Did you not get the
Right,
memo?
we'll stick the big engine back. Well, I wasn't expecting to race in the team race, mate. I was I am the good looks and the charm in the commentary box.
Oh, don't start that.
So that's not
what,
dreamer there. He's just gone.
That's not what I've. That sounds about right for us too, doesn't it, Dreamers? Right. So we do apologise for everyone watching. We are trying to get the last one underway. We're hoping it's going to be a bit of a good affair.
Yeah, definitely. If I can put my very own little advert out there, please, Sean. As many of you will know, Mixer is due to shut down on the 22nd of July. So this Mixer channel will be moving over to Twitch. I'm just in the process of sorting my Twitch channel out. I do have one from years and years and years ago, but it's got loads of embarrassing stuff on it, so I'm updating all that. And so hopefully you'll follow me across to Twitch, and we'll start streaming on there. And we might move to Facebook when the new Facebook streaming comes out, if it's easy to access via Xbox. But for now, we'll just try and move to Twitch and see how we get on with that. So, in the box, Calvin, is going to be Sean for this race. He's going to be doing the commentating. I'm going to be doing the wrecking. So I'll try and stay quiet, but I'm not promising anything.
We are missing a couple. I'm trying to work out who we're missing. Missing with, believe.
Missing one.
We're missing Mon now. Really missing. Is it Al? Al's here.
Al is in. Is it Biggles? Biggles is in.
No, Biggles is here. Biggles is here. Jay Taylor.
Jay Taylor is the one we're missing.
And you had not seen someone.
I hope all these are painted up, because
I hope so too. If not, it will just turn into a record. But either way, this was an idea we've obviously just to try and showcase sort of the team's aspect of things. We are at some point hopefully planning on running...
Woman. Sorry to interrupt, Sean. Shark Woman is just showing. She sounds like a catch. Sorry, mate. I'll put my helmet on now.
Oh, sorry, that's fantastic. Oh, sorry. Welsh, isn't that's what you normally go, isn't it? Welsh? Oh, it's normally
Welsh
sheep.
Toker, yeah.
Give him a message.
That's why he put me in the white team, mate. Because
Oh, I just realised we forgot to wait for Jay.
Don't worry about that, mate. Don't worry about that. We're off.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I've got the mic in the helmet here, so I'm gonna stream a bit.
Stream a bit. So, out front then is Snazzy Lee there for the red team. It's white and red, compared to the guys who know the Civil War colours. This isn't Civil War, but if you there's a few drivers that aren't in the right colours for Civil War. So, out front then, it is Snazzy Lee with Gru in second place there. Really good from him again. He's flying again round. Snazzy Lee's in the red team. Gru in the white team there. He's gone for a massive hit there on Snazzy Lee on turns 1 and 2. That takes him round. Staples in second place. The red team now struggling now. They're in third, fourth and fifth. Top two now is white team. Wallhouse all pulled down the straight now. Looking for a hit. Goes for a hit on Biggles there in the Grand Duke. The Grand Duke for more of a wrecking car. We didn't see them in the main meeting. Interested to see how they're getting on in the team first. Grew out front there for the white team. Looks like Al's gone early out in the Outlaw. No surprises there. Not as strong as the cars go out early on. So, still Grew out front. Will we see him take the team race as well? Actually, really good for a massive hit on the red team there on out fast. Grew's still looking for it. Here's Staples as well in the white team. They seem to have got the dominant here. Boffy now in third place. Not seen much of him. He's just entering turns 3 and 4. just been stopped there. I think that was actually rear. Yes, it was. But, a lot of action down on turns 3 and 4 now. We are yet to see my fellow commentator. Oh, there he is in Leicester States there. How are you getting on, Tristan?
Oh, I've been putting the bumper about, mate, you know. Here we go, watch this. Oosh!
We may see him join the commentary box very soon by the looks of his damage on that car. Imagine leaving a massive hit though, so Rue now still out in front. He is absolutely dominant here tonight. Are we going to see him take the team race as well? What do you think here? So, Ghosty on Oppo now in there in the pickup truck.
Let's have a look at the damage. Yes, I'm liking the look of this Sean White team. Absolutely dominating. Is there any Red team on the same lap?
I'm not sure. Snapper in third. Now that is unusual. What's been going on there? But he's for the White team. What's going on? His deck got the controller.
I think he's let one of the skeletons drive for this race.
You know, that's skinny, aren't they? Right.
Tell you what, he's not going to be far off leading this. He's just taken out one of his own teammates there. Great shots. Just evening the teams up a little bit.
For your team, isn't it? Buffy there putting a hit there on Snapper. He goes in on turns 1 and 2. Only 6 drivers left remaining in this one. Groom,
I think there's only Buffy left for the Red team.
Yeah, this is...
not Gru, Buffy, yeah, Buffy left. Buffy has turned it now. Buffy's decided he's having a do on Oppo. There he goes into back of Staples. Snapper says, no worries, I'm going through there, although he's a lap down, actually. Buffy now down the back straight, going for a big shot on the next one. That was Rob Woolhouse, he hit full tilt.
And that's it, White team dominant there. No surprise there with Staples and Gru on the same team.
Yeah,
really,
two top rodders out front there, with possibly the third fastest rodder snapper in third place.
Yeah, definitely. It's, Rob Woolhouse now turned it around. Is he going to come at them down the home straight? Massive hit there on Rob on Snapper, sorry. Look at that fantastic kill Snapper there. Killed the fastest driver of the night.
Yeah, definitely. So, on that similar note to that, I think we better look for driver of the night and entertainer of the night. I know who my entertainer of the night is. That's a definite. BBRL Twisty 51 for his performance in the teams race. Unbelievable action. No, I think my pick for entertainer of the night would have to go to Rob Woolhouse, I think. I saw him putting his car about quite a bit, often finishing the races, but he was always going in for the shots as well. He wasn't shying away from anything.
No, definitely not. I have to agree with you there, which is surprising, really. You know, our entertainer of the month, Biggles, not really putting about much. It's just a shame.
He did a bit more racing, didn't he? But he did turn it around in some of the races, to be fair to Biggles, and he didn't come out in a car I think that he was going to put about. So yeah, I mean, fair enough to Biggles. Same with Snapper, you know, he did a bit of entertaining, bit of racing. But yeah, I think Rob Woolhouse. Driver of the night for you?
Well, it's got to be Gru, I think. I mean, even though it's a bit of a common thing, I think there wasn't any other driver there. I mean, even in the team race, you know, he led the whole thing there. Second, you couldn't get to probably a better driver for that tonight. I mean, it was unlucky for Staples in the final. You know, and there was possibly some dirty tactics going on beyond some of the drivers, but I'm sure Staples will return the favour at some other points.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Definitely.
will we see Staples maybe make best of the best number 4?
4 out of 4. Well, you wouldn't put it past it. Nice to see new drivers, and we are steadily getting an influx of new drivers into this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we want the best 14 in, and if Staples is one of that best 14, then fair enough, we'll have him back.
Yeah, definitely. You've got bragging rights, and if you can do it, it's hard enough getting into this, so it's not easy at all.
No. Right, well, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Sean, for setting it up. Details for the next one, I'm sure, will be out at some point over the weekend, or possibly next week.
Yes, we should be very shortly, probably a similar time to next month, but we will confirm that as we move forward. So look out for that, and as we move forward, we'll start getting in touch with the promoters and stuff, and work out how the drivers are going to qualify for next month. So thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, excellent, thank you.